Welcome to another episode of No Tea, Just Coffee. I am Jordan.
And I am Tam.
And today we are going to be talking about "'Tis the Season." That's going to be the meat and potatoes. And basically, like, what season are you in your life? We talk about matching energies. We talk about growth, traveling, whatever season you're in this stage of your life. What is that? So we're going to be talking about that. And then this is going to be our last episode.
Our final one.
The final countdown. I don't know why that came up. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be the last episode of season one. Mm-hmm. So we're going to just talk about some things we've learned along the way, what to expect for season 2, and a general thank you for our No Tea Just Coffee family. So, all right. So 'tis the season. So what season is Tam and Jordan in? So me, personally, I think I'm in a very travel, family, and just experiences, like positive experience season. No negativity, no bad vibes, no drama. That's the kind of season I'm in right now. And I think because I feel like for 77 years, I've been either going to school. I will always continue to raise my son, but really feeling like I had to, be on him, guide him, which I always will. But it was really my main focus. And a lot of the things I wanted to do was on the back burner, like travel, and sometimes time didn't allot for it. And then also just, I think me and my husband, again, life and really heavy, and now we're just focused on enjoying each other's company, growing together, and traveling. The last episode I was like, I hadn't been able to, or in a previous episode I wasn't able to go see my friend Keisha. I went to go see her. It was a quick trip, 2 days, but prior to that I may have not done that just because I may have felt a little guilty, or time wasn't allotted for it, so I was able to do that. So I think just having enjoyable experiences, and keeping it positive. What about you? What season are you in?
I don't even know. I'm just here, guys. No, let me think. I mean, I guess if I don't know. I mean, I am very much into what I have been doing lately is matching energies, which I talked about. I am kind of in the same boat of just wanting to do a little bit more, because I went from one extreme to the other. Like, I used to be one very much that would go out all the time. I was trying to be, where the party was, what's happening. And then as I got older, that just drastically changed, which is supposed to happen. When you get older, you should slow down or whatever. But the pandemic, I didn't mind being at home, right? That did not bother me at all. And I honestly think that's kind of where my laziness really kicked in. Because one thing about me is I'm always busy. I'm always going. I have 10,000 things that I'm doing. But if you give me a chance to be lazy, I'm going to be lazy, right?
Yeah.
So after the pandemic, I was already kind of in that laziness type of vibe, which, started to make me turn into, I always say, a grandma. So, I'm just trying to get out a little bit. I've been going to more concerts.
Yes.
That's one thing, that I've been wanting to experience. And even with some of these concerts, I don't even need to be in the main seats.
Nope.
Put me in the line. As long as it's somebody that I really want to see,
and I'm going to have it. And I can actually see them.
I'm going to have a good time, regardless. I just, actually, both Jordan and I were just recently at a concert. It was Drew Hill.
Who I missed, damn it.
Drew Hill, SWV, and Jodeci. Baby, when I tell you that concert was everything. And I was out on the line, just living my life.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess it's that. I guess I'd have to say matching energies and just getting out of my laziness habits, and just getting out there and having fun and just experiencing more things and stuff like that. So I guess that's the season I'm in.
Yeah.
Would you consider that a season?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because like you said, and I wouldn't call it, because Tam is the most non-lazy, one of the most non-lazy people I know. So I think you're just giving yourself space to like relax or just wind down or just be at home instead of go or going out. So I wouldn't call it lazy, because people think that's a negative thing.
Well, I can't
like
be lazy.
She earned the time to be lazy.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess so. But yeah, if you give me that moment, I will be laid out all day. Okay,
and
all
listen,
day.
Put on a couple good shows or a movie.
Yeah. I wake up, eat, go back to sleep. Wake up, eat again, and I might go back to sleep. Like I can get into those moments, and especially when it comes to like going out now, man, it just, I didn't realize how much, like, I used to do this all the time, and the energy it takes
a lot of energy
to just think about what am I going to wear.
So
that alone takes a lot of energy. I don't want to do that.
That concert that we just went to. So I only had like 10 minutes to get ready, first of all, because I wasn't going. Tam and I had talked about going together. I didn't say nothing. I think Tam said one thing, like, we going or not? And then I just kind of figured, like, I'm just not going. Well, then my sister called me 30 minutes before she was supposed to go and said, I got an extra ticket. You want it? And I'm like, instantly panicked, because the first thing comes to mind is like, what the heck am I going to wear? So I'm in my closet throwing around some things, but the young me probably would have tried to be more jazzy or try to like come with something. But I was like, you know what? I'm throwing on some shorts, this cute little top, and some sandals.
First off, okay.
What?
She was jazzy.
I was not jazzy.
I was not jazzy. Okay, baby, my shoes was kicked off. Okay, shoes kicked off. I don't even know, some holy jeans and I don't even know what type of shirt it was. Because one, I knew it was gonna be outside. Yeah, I sweat so easily, so I knew it was gonna be outside or whatever. Yeah, I had these nice big puffy sleeves. But
it was a t-shirt with puffy sleeves.
A t-shirt with puffy sleeves and like, yeah.
But I had holy shorts and just some sandals. But I probably wouldn't have back then. I probably wouldn't even have wore just jean shorts like back in the day.
I would have had like my legs out. The weight.
That's what I was saying. I would have really put the ensemble together. Okay. Like, I probably wouldn't have wore
heels. I probably would have had some type of
your heel in the grass. You trying to look cute. Now, I did see some people that try to look cute that were younger, and I thought, those days are over. I don't miss it, not one bit, because this is who I am. You either gonna take it or leave it. Whether I'm dressed like this or that, this is who I am. Like, I'm not trying to impress nobody, because
period.
I'm just trying to have the experience. Like, I'm really focused on like using my time wisely. I think that is,
and being in the moment too. Like, yeah.
Oh, because Tam and I went to Whitney Houston tribute concert at Conner Prairie, which is kind of just a multi-purpose big park or whatever you want to call it. And they have tribute concerts there, and so we went to Whitney Houston. Again, like,
same thing. I just threw something on.
It was just, and it was all about the experience and the company.
Yeah.
That I was with.
Yeah. And I think, I will say that is definitely more so like for me what I'm into, because I guess the season that I'm in, because I'm getting older, right? Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, if I feel like stepping out, I'm going to step out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? But that's probably like, it's not going to happen as often as where I was younger. Every single time. Weekend. I had to be like to the T.
That's right.
Top to bottom.
Yeah.
But for me now, it is more so about just like experiencing
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm not trying to, like Jordan said, I'm not trying to press nobody. And even still, I'm still cute. So, you know, wait.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I already know, like, that is the difference between like young me and me now.
Yeah.
It's like I was trying to be cute. I was trying to be attractive. But then when you become a woman,
but we was already.
You already know you attractive.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I've always had this mindset.
Yeah.
I've always thought that. Right? But you know, it is like it's just a young mindset.
It's just like girl, we gotta look like, you know. But now it's like, listen, I already know what I look like. I already know what I'm capable of. And you know, and me, I'm not looking for nobody. Tam ain't looking for nobody. So it's like I really am not trying to impress the opposite sex either.
Right.
So it's not a competition.
And even like for my matching energy, you know, it's not fun having to do that. I was thinking about this. Yeah. Like, it's not fun having to do that. And I also feel like no one should have to do that, you know? So I'm hoping that this whole matching energy season of mine will soon go away, you know? But I feel like I've had to just because of like just who I am naturally and like that kind of being taken advantage of. And that's one thing I'm not no longer.
That's right.
That's just not happening anymore, you know.
I literally just had, and it wasn't so much so matching energy, but when I went to go visit Key, there was a situation that happened. I'm not gonna tell her business, but I just feel like certain people take advantage of her because she has a very big heart and is always willing to do things, but it's not reciprocated. And I think her and I talked about just energies in general. When you deal with somebody who has traumatic energy all the time, or is a dramatic or traumatic, it rubs off on you, because she was like, I just can't shake what happened. And that's because that person, their whole energy rubbed off on you, like because you didn't match it, and they invited you into that drama, and you may have accepted it not knowing that, oh crap, they on some BS.
Right. I mean, and also, I mean, she could be an empath. I think all of us, like as people, we have a little bit of
I definitely am an empath for sure. Yeah.
I think I am a little bit too. But I do think that it depends on like the role you play.
That's true.
Within your circle of friends, family, right? Are you that person that everyone always goes to?
And she is.
And so that can be a lot, because I am that too. Yeah. And like, you got to come from here, and then this person is this, and then this way, and then you get to a point where you're like, I actually need a break from all of you guys, just because I can't take on all your stuff.
Energy.
I might have stuff going on, you know, and it's not it's not them doing it intentionally, right? Yeah. It's just they know you to be the go-to person to just, you know, vent and just, you know, maybe get some advice or whatever the case may be. So it's hard playing that role.
Yeah, it is.
Of like the go-to person.
Because it can be, for me, I think with some of my relationships, I I have started matching energies, and I have caught myself feeling a little bad or selfish, but I kind of have to check myself because I am the giver.
Not me.
And I'm like, okay, that was kind of hard for me to kind of like provide distance, or to say no, or to move a little differently, because I do feel bad, because historically I've been in that people pleasing space. And now as I'm getting older, I just don't have the mental capacity or energy to do that, because once that happens, I don't have the energy that I should be giving to my son or my husband or in other places in my life that deserve it. Now I'm exhausted because I didn't let you get my energy off. kilter.
See, for me, it's a little different. It's not that. It's more so a thing of, I'm doing it because I'm not getting it in return. It's not so much like literally like energies, right? It's just because I have been doing XYZ for so long, or I feel like I am a certain way, or
Definitely.
I do and give whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting it in return. Or it could be something as simple as even a phone call.
Yeah.
Or a text message, right?
Yep.
If you text me and you know I'm going to respond pretty quickly.
Yep.
But then when it's time for me to hit you or contact you about something, I don't hear from you for like 2-3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna start matching that energy. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I am making myself available. I am making myself accessible to you. But when it's my turn, I'm not getting it. And also just with the whole texting thing, there is not a single person I could think of that I'm blowing up like that. So if I'm texting you, right,
it's a reason.
It's a reason. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hitting you for a reason. Definitely. You know? And then what really pisses me off, you want to post.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I text you, but you didn't see it. But I see that you didn't post about 10,000 stories. So that's what I mean by like matching energy and stuff like that. Like, it's just because it's not being reciprocated.
This goes along. This morning, I watch. I say this all the time. Tab and Chance, Fridays with Tab and Chance. So I missed the episode. So I watched it this morning, and Tam and I had an episode to talk about accountability. And I think, I don't know if that's matching energies or whatever. This may just be a season, but I'm really heavy in the purpose of accountability. If you're in my life and you can't be
shaking the table.
Oh, sorry. If you can't be accountable for like your behavior or the words you say or just general accountability, I'm gonna definitely move differently because I think, some people have been taught to like do things or say things and just brush it off because they're not receiving it. But when you say things and do things to that other person, they're like digesting what you said or working through the action that you didn't take account for. So I'm not here to be your therapist. I'll give you advice when you ask, but I'm just not in a space anymore where I'm like, because I would be like, I want to be there for everybody and be that shoulder to lean on. But if that is, like Tam said, if it's not reciprocated, I just can't continue, especially that accountability. Like, people in my life are accountable for their behavior, and we can have real conversations. So I think that's another part of the season that I'm in is like authenticity and just being accountable. Like, we are who we are.
I know something else I just thought about is like words matching actions. That is, I guess that's another season I'm in. You can say things all day long. Okay, you can tell me until you turn blue in the face.
Yep.
But if your actions don't match what you're saying,
that's right,
baby, I don't want it. Like, I don't want nothing to do with it. No, like that. It's frustrating. It's draining. It's just
so silly to me when people just be
silly,
rambling out, and it's
just be talking, like
talking. And and sometimes with certain people, it's BS. In the back of your mind, you like,
right, rolling your eye. You like, all right.
Right. You like, why are you saying that? I know you're not gonna. I know
you're not gonna do this. Like, I know.
And then what's even crazy is like when you're with somebody,
they really be convincing themselves like I wasn't born yesterday.
No,
like
you don't have to. Here's the thing: authenticity. Be who you are. You don't ever have to be something that you're not with me. And give me the chance to choose whether or not I want to fool with you or not.
And also, I respect. I've always said this. I respect a person more who is going to be just completely honest about anything and everything.
Yeah.
Whether I want to hear it, like it, agree, whatever. Like, I respect someone who's going to be just keep it 100.
Just keep it 100, because especially at the age that we are.
Yeah. What?
You don't have to be accountable to anybody really but yourself. You done made up all these laundry lists of things that you gonna do, and you done told me and everybody else you don't owe that to nobody. You don't have to make it seem like it's something that it's not. Because I'm fine. If I can't do it, I'm gonna tell you, you know what? I'm not capable of that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it seem like it's something that I have that I don't.
Right. I'm not gonna tell you something that I know I can't do. I don't want to do.
Why would I want to do that?
Right.
Listen, no.
Yeah, so that's another thing that, I guess another season I'm in.
I think it's
you know what it is.
Oh my god. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say, you know what? I'm just gonna call this season.
Yeah.
No BS. I just ain't got time for it.
That's time for it.
Whatever falls under that umbrella,
don't bring it. Do not bring the BS.
I don't have time for BS. That is the season.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that, and I think mine would be no BS / me, myself, and I, because I think I have spent a lot of time.
That's all I got in the end. What I found out,
which is facts.
Yeah,
because I think I have spent a lot of time just worried about everybody else, and I think. And of course, I'm not going to be completely selfish. I'm going to be accountable.
Right.
But I am going to, like, what do I want to do? You know, what interests me? Like, you know, what things are going to help me mentally, physically, emotionally, yada, yada, yada. And I think that's going to be my focus from this age on.
No, that is real. No. Like, it's not a season. It's just a new chapter. Yeah.
Or the next book.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be chapters.
No, I agree with you on that. Being a little selfish, because typically I'm selfless.
And we just talked about like women and all the tasks, and you said selfless is one of the tasks we always got to pick up and do. But what we tired of doing that?
Yeah, and I know for me with that, like an actual experience happens. With me. Where I was like, damn, nobody. Hello,
I'm there.
Is anybody there? Like it was one of those moments where I was like,
well, damn.
Okay, so it really is just me, myself, and I. And after that, after that moment or experience in my life, that's actually when I started matching energy. I started thinking about myself, you know. Now, naturally, like Jordan said, like, yes, I'm still...
Yeah, be cutthroat.
Yeah. Like that. It's just, it's who I am too. Like I'm still very much the giving.
But it's going to be balanced.
It's going to be balanced, yeah.
Because you definitely get off balance. Especially like Tam and I talk about being the giver. And you really do get off balance with that. And then like for me, and then I'm like, why am I so tired? You know, for me, I'm not a high energy person. And so my energy can get off balance, like my physical energy gets off balance. I'm like, why am I so exhausted? And that's because I done ran all week or weekend doing things that I may not really have wanted to do.
For other people.
But because my loved one wanted to do this, wanted to do that, and I don't know how to say no. So I really got to practice, like, does this fit within my schedule? And if it's not something I want to do, just say no. You don't want to do it. And then another thing I think I'm guilty of is that I'm working through is like, if I do something like, you know, say go to that concert or whatever the case may be, I may think like, shoot, I should have asked my friend X, Y, and Z if they wanted to go. I'm always thinking like, dang, I should have asked, you know, if I do an experience, I should have asked such and such to go. Like I have a habit of thinking or feeling bad for doing something without asking like my friends if they wanted to go.
Like, wait, what? Like certain friends, or like because you're always with your friends.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's not an intentional thing. No. It's just like, oh shoot, I forgot.
It really is sometimes like, and I was like, dang, Jordan, you should have asked.
Yeah.
You know, because I went to the fair with my sister, and then, you know, I'm like, shoot, I should have asked I even thought about you. I'm like, should I ask Tam if she wanted to go? I should have asked.
Do you feel like they feel some kind of way, or is that just a personal?
It's just a personal thing.
Okay.
Because I always want to experience something with my closest friends. Mm-hmm. Like I'm always like, they would have really liked this, or I really would like. That's why I have
I'm glad you didn't ask me to go to the fair.
It was
too hot.
You know what? The fair, me and my sister would go we didn't go 3 times this time. But last year we went 3 times.
Really?
Because it's something that
grew up doing.
I just love doing it.
I don't get excited about the fair, so don't ever feel bad for that. Not asking me.
Yeah, and most a majority of my friends in Indy could care less. Mm-hmm. But that's something me and my sister
always do.
The fair is coming up. Yeah. We gotta go. But that's something I'm trying to get better at. Is everybody ain't gotta be in the mix,
right?
Right? Because I started a group message with all my group friends, with all my close friends, Tam's in that, and I did that because I'm like, oh, this is something I think. So I gotta just get out of the habit of just
but that though, I think that's smart. Instead of having to think about each person individually, you already have.
Yeah. To put it out there.
Just put it out there, and whoever says yes, all right, let's go. No, all right. I'll hit
you
you
saw
up
that
next
text message.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think that group message will help me. I do need to just we're going to the Know For Sure podcast, mm-hmm. Threw that in there. I'm just gonna start throwing little things in there so that I can just let that go. Get that off my shoulder.
Where did that come from?
I have.
Did something happen where someone they felt some kind of way? Or that's interesting. Not saying I don't. I'm up here forget my friends. Not saying that way, but for it to be a thing.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Especially when it's not intentional.
It's definitely not intentional.
Because I mean, I have my group of friends, right? But we have a group chat. And I threw out all the concerts I want to go to, and whoever responded, let's go. Who didn't, right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's the same. I don't know. That's just interesting.
I don't know where that comes from, but that is why this Me, Myself, and I season. It's maybe something did happen, because sometimes you just think of one friend that for sure is gonna want to go to that thing with you. Instead of having to be you want to go to 5 other people, and that one, they're gonna be let's go.
Yeah, you do have that one who's
whatever
for everything. You can always count on that one. Yeah.
You want to go? Let's
go.
Yeah.
What type of question is that?
That's right. Yeah. Down for anything. So yeah, that is kind of that group messages will help me, and then I think just being more. We're not selfish enough. So being a little more selfish with my time and my energy is definitely what I want to start doing. But yeah, and traveling, I was telling Key that me and Alfred have never been on a trip, just he and I. And I think that too goes to who we are as who I am and who he is. We always think of our friends and who would enjoy this trip, or who want to come with us on this trip.
Oh, right. You guys have never been on
just he and I. In all these years. I think when we first started dating, we went on a trip together. But then since then, it's either been a couple's trip, a family trip. My son has been there.
I mean, listen, me and my boyfriend, we.
Have you been on a trip together?
No, we have not.
Yeah. I think that's something we either want to do this year, or try to at least make an effort starting. It may not happen this year because we've got other things going on.
No, we never.
But a solo trip to reconnect.
Yeah. That's good. And I know for my boyfriend and I, our schedules are just so crazy.
Yeah.
Now we've talked about it,
right?
But we've never executed.
Yeah.
Because then we get so wrapped up in the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
Before we know it, a year done passed. You're like, God damn, we just
so. Yeah. It definitely has to be intentional.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you have to make it intentional, because life does happen, and I think that's really all the years that me and Alfred have been together. I think we've taken one solo trip, and we literally were talking about that. Like, why haven't we taken a trip with just us? And I think it's because we just focused on the everyday, just our roles in the household and family trips and things like that. We just haven't made it a priority. So, we got to make that a priority, even if it's a little trip.
Absolutely.
Chicago.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. My boyfriend and I, we have done something like that. Yeah. Just like a little
getaway
to pull us away from our immediate environment. Yeah. But like a big trip, we have not done that yet.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, child. Those are the seasons I'm in. Well, like I said, my season is just no BS. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Absolutely.
I just ain't got time for it, child. I done grew up and matured.
And also the no BS is like I've also started to pay attention. Like, this is just something recently I've done. It's like on social media, like who I'm following, like on Instagram. I've started like paying attention to like sometimes I'll be scrolling like, what is this nonsense? And I'm like, I follow this person.
I started to unfollow people.
Unfollow. Just because like I'm scrolling through and now I done seen something. I'm like, oh, this is some crap. Like, I don't want to see this in my timeline.
Even some of the blogs I've had to unfollow.
Yeah, that's true.
I did that too.
Because sometimes just like, I'm tired of seeing drama or negativity.
Yeah. Although at the same time, I be wanting to know. I guess I just have I have my moments or my seasons, if you will.
There we go.
It's like,
maybe I'm in that season. Like, I don't
want it right now.
If I see one more thing about, I guess it's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, that has been flooded about all these mug shots. I don't even know the backstory, but all I see is like about a mug shot, everybody mug shot and a fight and everything. I'm like, these people are older than us. And they doing this, fighting at the club. Y'all done got a whole mug shot.
I mean, that still doesn't surprise me. That's just who they are. But I follow that franchise. My guilty pleasure. I watch all those reality shows.
I said, ooh. I couldn't even imagine fighting somebody at this age.
No, yeah, I'd
be like, somebody get her, because I don't even have the energy.
I mean, but that's just them who they are.
But that's another thing I was just bringing up. Okay, anything else about this 'tis the season before we talk about season 2?
Nope.
Okay, so first and foremost, we'll say our thank yous, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of that. But I want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed or watched, texted me, DM'd me, whatever the case may be, to support this podcast, because this is a level of vulnerability that I don't know if I was ready for. Tam had no idea what she was getting herself into, and she's just been on this ride. So I think I just want to say thank you, because I'm just your everyday average gal, if you will. And for somebody to take the time to watch what I have to say, I'm very appreciative of it. And also, I want to say thank you to Tam for being on this journey with me, Jesus, because we done got into some topics or, some discussions that, we may not want to share with everybody, but here we are, and taking the time to record.
I don't see me cry. Oh my gosh.
Hold on, and that was one. I think everybody loved watching that one.
Oh my gosh.
Getting into your feels.
I know. Same with me. Like, I've had a lot of feedback from friends, and actually just this past weekend, a couple of my alumni dancers for, dance team that I coach, they were talking about how they watch every episode, and they was talking about the Mind Your Business episode. So it's it feels good to to know that people are actually interested, whether you trying to be nosy or not.
Right.
No.
Right.
But no, it for this to be our first season, we were just kind of
winging it,
going with the flow of things, trying to knock out episode after episode,
recording after recording,
fitting in our busy schedule. So we do really appreciate all the comments, even on the YouTube channel. Like, you know, for some of our episodes, like we, you know, receive some comments, but we're always getting like positive feedback. So that's good.
I've got nothing but positive feedback. And like even my trainer like made reference to something I said, and I was like, what? You know what I mean? Like somebody's watching and making reference to what I said.
Hold on, let me just say something, because that happened before. And I think most of the time after we film an episode, it's out of my head.
That's why I'm not even thinking about it.
Right. So when you reference something that we've said, because it happened recently, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're like, you remember an episode? I'm like, oh my God. No, I don't remember.
Yeah, he was like, it's a journey. And I was like, yeah, it sure is. He was like, no. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you said it. I was like, oh my God. Yes. Yeah. Like, or meat and potatoes. My husband always like, let's get to the meat and potatoes. And I'm like, oh my God. But that is the truth. Like, I really think this podcast can encourage somebody. Like, if you want to start a podcast, just do it. I think just because you're not famous or you're not a influencer, because that's the most important person in the world right now is the Instagram influencer. But if you're not that, you can still influence. If you have positivity to give out and you got topics to talk about and want to, you know, just put some good vibes, just do it.
Now, let me ask you, because I think you might have mentioned in the first one when we like get to know, but like, what was when you thought like, I want to do a podcast, what was your reason for it? And do you feel like that goal was accomplished?
That's a good one. Now I feel like I'm on 60 Minutes. Whoa, hold on. Got a little deep.
So first question. What was, when you said, I want to do a podcast, what was your reason for that?
My main goal was, I have a lot of women, outstanding, amazing women around me, and we have all these types of different conversations. Tam and I just talk about random stuff. We get deep with conversation, and I feel like we all women, we have commonalities. We go through so many different things, and I think sometimes we feel siloed in our lives and feel like nobody can relate, nobody can understand what I'm going through, nobody, you know, even though we may know that we're going through some of the same things, but we don't talk about it. We don't get it out in the open. And I just wanted to create something that shows me and Tam as like everyday women. We experience so many different things that are similar and not similar. And I want somebody to be able to watch our podcast and feel like they're just like us or not like us, but can relate, or, you know what I mean? Just like, you don't have to be or look a certain way or to be in a certain status or whatever to be able to voice your opinion or your emotions or your perspective. I personally think that the everyday women, and I keep saying women, men are important too. I don't want to think that, you know, but women are a huge influence in my life and have always been. And the reason why I have the knowledge I have, my perspective that I have, is because of the women who support me every single day, give me advice every single day, love on me every single day, support, whatever. Through me getting on this podcast, this is paying homage to all the advice, all the support, and hopefully to be able to extend that positivity that I receive every day. So this is just to put good vibes in the world. And I think sometimes just, you know, get it out in the open. Let's talk about it.
So do you feel like you accomplished your goal?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I feel that way because of the feedback we've gotten from, and specifically from women. My cousins, my aunt has made reference, you know, my sister, like my sister's friends, who I consider, you know, some of my big sisters. But I think that was like the confirmation of, okay, you know, I'm doing something good, or, you know, people are, you know, responding in a positive way. That was the confirmation. I think, like Tam said, some of the feedback on Instagram or YouTube or just in everyday conversations with my best friends, like, I think that was the confirmation of, like, sis, keep doing it, keep going, and I think it's something good. So since I done dragged you along for this ride, just tell me, how has the ride been?
The ride's been a ride. I'm pretty easygoing. I can
roll with the punches.
I can roll with the punches.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's been fun. I think it's been interesting. I will say I think it's probably been more interesting for like people who know me, maybe not in my super close circle, because the people in my close circle, they know everything about, they know everything about me.
Yeah.
But for those who just like know me or whatever, I'm not going to say secretive. I just don't put like, I'm just not one to go to my phone and start recording and I'm crying. Like, I'm just not that. So for me, it was fine. We had some topics where I was like, ooh, okay, this might get a little, emotional. But I think for those who don't really know me like that, I think that they enjoyed getting to know me a little better,
so the
in
level
my perspective of things.
Vulnerability. Lord, my dog. Yes, I will say.
And I will say the thing is, I am like that. But it's just not
in front of the camera.
Not in front of the camera. And if you're not right. Here in this circle, then you're probably not going to get all of that.
That's right.
So I do think that those who didn't know me like that, I think they enjoyed it. Learning some more about me.
Yeah, I mean, it is really vulnerable.
It is.
But now that we're in the swing of it, I'm like excited for season 2. I think there's a lot more topics that we're going to talk about. And one thing that we weren't able to achieve just because logistics and learning, we weren't able to do the panels, but season 2, we are going to have 2 panels. So as soon as we get all of that
or more, the goal is to just start bringing more having panels and having more like in-person conversations and stuff like that.
Because I think also too, it brings about like another level of vulnerability of these are the people that I'm rocking with, and who are they rocking with? Who are their friends, and what's their friends' perspective? So that also just gives you another layer of like who we are, and who are our loved ones, and who are our friends, and So I think that's important to also show. And we're gonna have men in the panel, so there will be that male perspective.
And I think it is important to have other people, not just people that are friends, but just to like actually have that real time perspective of what they think. Because I actually have had it was a brief conversation with one of my friends about a topic we discussed, and they had a different perspective on like how we thought about it, and it wasn't nothing bad or negative, but I think those things are good to just because we just here talking, we're here talking, we're giving our thoughts about certain subjects or whatever. So I do think it's good to have like more people to just chime in, and maybe it'll make us think differently about things, or but we can always like learn from each other, when you pull in different people to talk about different topics and stuff. So
I totally agree.
So what would you say? I know I have a goal for season 2. What's a goal that you have?
I think the panels is a goal that I do want to bring in different perspectives. I think, like you said, everybody has heard our perspective. And I like to be challenged in conversation. Like I like, for people to say, well, this is how I feel, and challenge me to think through how they feel and respond. So I think I'm just looking forward to being challenged in that way. So a panel is definitely, or 2, 3, how many ever. That's a goal of mine, is to bring that different perspective and viewpoints.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm thinking bigger. My goal for season 2 is to expand the podcast, right? Because we have the support of our friends and family and close friends, and people that watch and support us, which for anything that you do, honestly, that's where it starts. If your friends and family ain't going to support you, then how the heck are you going to, really achieve and push? Because, you kind of rely on some of them to help you with that, right? Even just like with some of our friends who will repost some of our videos on Instagram and stuff like that, like that is helping to, spread the word of this podcast. So for me, my goal, I would say, is to try to expand our audience a little bit more beyond our friends and family, like bring in like, new, I'm not going to say new faces because we're not going to see them, but just a broader audience. That would be my goal for season 2. How? Have no idea.
Right.
But I would like to, expand it just a little bit more.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, anything else about anything we talked about?
Nope.
No.
I think that's it, child.
Well, so we talked about what you can expect. So we'll have panels, and of course we'll have different topics. We definitely, want you guys to go back and view some of our old videos. If you have a perspective or a topic that you want us to talk about,
comment. Yes, please.
Let us know, because that's kind of how we want to listen to the heartbeat. Like Tam and I will be on Instagram, or we'll be watching something on TV, and a topic comes to mind because we think we know, and then we're like, no, this is more current. So we lean on you guys to help us, kind of lead that as well. So if there's something you want to talk about, please let us know. But again, thank you to everybody who has supported us in any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
Because that's really the purpose. Without y'all,
and without you, there wouldn't be. Yeah, seriously, without you guys, there wouldn't. We wouldn't be here.
So yeah, I was like, well, we tried.
All right, we tried it. All right.
Now we just go on. So Tam and I are gonna get back in the kitchen and cook up some stuff. We'll be posting when season 2 will begin to keep y'all in the loop. I'm sure we'll be posting stuff on social media to get you guys to go back to our old episodes. We got some bloopers and some things like that. So yeah, more to come. So thank you.
Thank you.
Until next time, don't forget, no tea,
just coffee.
Bye.
Bye.